Hello, 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 my hoodoo boos. I am the African witch bitch, and today we just need to talk. We need to talk. I got some shit bubbling up inside me that I needs to get out. But I also want to tell you guys about a sage sale I'm having on my website right now. I've added some new sages. My Patreon hoodoo boos know I always give them a heads up when I have a sale so that they could, go to my website and get the shit they need with their discount. And then later I'll post and let you guys know, everybody else know this so that they can come in, because as I was telling them, you guys already know I'm in Los Angeles. And the ports of Los Angeles are backed up because of COVID. And a lot of times it's hard for me to get certain products because a lot of the stuff that I have in my store come from overseas. It's not, some of it comes from Africa, some of it comes from parts of India, you know what I'm saying, different parts. So it's been kind of difficult to keep my store stocked. So when I do get something, I get it in limited quantity. So I have to make sure that my Patreon boos get first dibs. So, but let me talk to y'all right now. Two things I want to discuss, and y'all already know that I got an attitude problem. I'm working on it. I promise y'all I am. Spirit is guiding me, and I actually been doing real well. I wanted to choke a bitch out earlier in the week, but I didn't, because I literally am like elevating and doing much better. But that's not what I wanted to discuss, although the bitch did deserve to be choked out, but I guess that's not, the point. I'm having a sage sale on my website. So I have added 6 new different type of sages in addition to the ones I already have. So I just want to give you guys a brief, quick tutorial on the type of sages that you can use and what the purpose is for. And then I want to discuss something that has bothered me. I probably should discuss what bothered me first so I could, whatever. Anyway, let me just get that out the way because it's irritating me. So for my Patreon hoodoo boos, you already know. And for the people in the tea room, I'll open up my office hours. A lot of people be like, hitting me up talking about how much is a consultation. I want to talk to you. And then I'll side eye the email like, bitch, I don't charge people to talk to them. I just don't. I open my office hours. You call me on Messenger with your camera open and we having a conversation like this about whatever you want to talk about. Hell, some people just want to talk to me so they can see my cats and say hi to them. Other people might have complex issues and need direction on how to fix it or whatnot. And some people just want to ask me what I cook, whatever. So I'll announce when my office hours are open. I open them for, X amount of time, and people will call in. So as I've told you guys before, I am a not-for-profit practitioner. I'm not somebody you can hire to do work for you. I'm not somebody who charges people. I'm not driven by money and obsessed with money, and neither are any of the practitioners that I recommend. Example, Hawaiian Boo, y'all already know that's my baby right there. He opens his office hours during his schedule to help people, with astrology. That's his forte, and I love that. Teresa opened her office hours. You can schedule some time with her, or you can schedule a reading with her for next to nothing. Hawaiian Boo does readings as well. So you guys get that. So I opened my office hours this weekend. And I had this beautiful couple call me. Now, I don't disclose people's names and shit. If you ever contact me, nobody will ever know but you and your ancestors that you contacted me. Spirit, I'm not finna tell your business. If you want to tell people, then that's fine with me. I don't give a damn, but I'm not putting your shit out there, period. So this beautiful ass couple called me and he was pissed off and she was just like, because that's her man and he mad about some shit. Basically the story is this bitch like her husband and she's doing love work to try to get her man. This is a Christian lady who loves the Lord, hallelujah, honey, loves him by day and bashes witches by day and talks crap about what we do, but by night she's secretly doing spell work to pull this woman's husband away. And she's a family member. She's the wife of his brother. Y'all hear me about this Jerry Springer ass shit I'm talking about? His brother's wife want him bad. Ooh, she want him bad. She want him bad. And the wife just sitting up here like this. See, this is what I loved about the wife when I gave them their consultation. She's not one of them rah-rah low class want to fight. She know what she got. She know ain't nobody pulling her man away from her. She's sitting here chilling with her feet up sipping a latte. And he pissed off like this bitch and and he's disgusted by the woman who's doing love work, because him and his wife do spell work together and they're well protected, and they both do protection rituals together, or he'll do one and she'll do one. They're both in sync together. And he loves this woman. He loved her stankin' draws. He loved her farts. He loved everything about this beautiful ass woman that he got beside him, his queen he ride hard for. And he's the type of man that like to brag about his woman. You know what I mean? And this bitch don't like it at all. She's pissed off that he's loving his wife the way he is. So this all ties into the sage sale I'm having. And let me break it down to y'all. When you're dealing with complex situations, such as this grimy ass, Christian ass, dumbass bitch who's trying to break up a happy ass home, you have to pull out. You don't pull out one tactic. Sometimes you got to hit them with the whammy bammy and use different things. And I'm going to give you guys an effective way to apply to situations in your life. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying, okay? There's certain things you do that you can give somebody the combo. When you see a boxer fighting in the ring, he don't just go like this. Sometimes he got to hit him with the combo. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your spell work got to be that combo, that whammy bammy ass combo. Sometimes you just got to do that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so here go. So I'm going to give you guys an analogy for each type of sage that I have, so you can know how to effectively use it for your benefit. And please keep in mind that the sages that I have right now are drastically marked down. The prices that for the ones I have already on my website and the new ones that I just implemented. And I'm going to keep them marked down. I haven't discussed the date yet. I'll let you guys know, but it's going to be over at least a week. It's at least 2 weeks to keep them marked down until supplies last. If I run out, I run out. And it is what it is. But the first sage that I have available is Patchouli sage. If you know anything about using Patchouli sage, it is wonderful for money and prosperity. If you're dealing with any money issue, if you're doing a money spell and you want to invite the environment for prosperity, make it fertile for prosperity, this is what I do. I'm going to give you my regime. You can do your own ritual the way you feel, or you can take mine and tweak it, or maybe add this and that to what you already do. But I'm going to tell you what I do. And y'all probably going to think that I'm batshit ass crazy, but hell, people already do anyway. So here go. First thing I do is I get my abalone shell. That's what I use as my fireproof dish. And I burn me some attraction oil so I can have that fragrant in the room. And if you don't have any attraction oil of your own, check my website. I have some available that's hella potent. Put that in an oil burner and burn that shit, right? Attraction oil, burning attraction oil, not the kind you rub on you, actual burning attraction oil. And now I got the fragrant in the room. I got my abalone dish. Bam, I get me some patchouli sage and I light it. And the reason why patchouli sage is because it makes the ground fertile as fuck for money, prosperity. Let's say you're going to Vegas. Let's say you have a court case that has to do with money. Let's say, shit, you got a job interview. You know what I'm saying? Or you finna do a bitch better pay me back my money spell. Or hell, you about to do your taxes. Whatever the case may be, if it has anything to do with that mean green, baby, burn you some patchouli sage. I also get on the Bluetooth and play that song by the OJs, Don't Judge Me, baby, because that song still hit hard and I wasn't even born when it came out. Money, 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 money. I get myself in the mood. I got the attraction oil burning because I'm finna attract some shit to me. I got the patchouli sage because I'm finna burn that because that makes the ground fertile. Then I get me I get me the attraction oil and put it on my hands and add it to any actual attraction oil. Not the burning oil, the actual oil. I have both of those on my website so that I can put it on my hands, and any type of candle magic I'm about to do, whether it be court case, whatever the case may be, is on my hands, and I put my intent. And that is the whammy bammy pow when it comes to money. It's what I do, depending on the spell I'm doing. If I'm doing a court case spell and it has to do with money court case, that's my method, baby. And it works. Trust and believe. Secondly, I got the Palo sage. Palo, if you know anything about Palo Santo, it's perfect for protection. It raises vibrations. It's good for healing work. If you have a kid, or maybe you dealing with some health issues, my go-to for healing is Palo and black sage. Those two together. I burn those two together. And let me tell you why. If you know anything about Palo, Palo is like one of those Palo Santos, a wood or a herb that we would burn, that people from like, let's say Mexico region down through Central America. It kind of comes from that ish area. Yeah, and if you know anything about who Native Americans, yep, up north above the a border as well. Remember, I already told y'all that border that separates the United States from Mexico is a man-made border put there by white supremacy. There were natives living up and down in that region. And if you know anything about hoodoo, African slaves that were brought here, a lot of the practices were intermeshed together because of slavery and because we were brought here, and native have their own spiritual practice. So you'll see a lot of their spiritual practice, their indigenous practice inside hoodoo, and you'll see a lot of our hoodoo practices inside native indigenous practices in regards to their spiritual work. And Palo is one of those crossover herbs that we both use. Highly effective for healing, highly effective for raising your vibration. You feeling like you low vibrational, you did some fuck shit, you just feeling kind of off, burn some Palo, baby. Let's say you have some crystals in your house, and let's say you invite me over and I come over. One thing I never do is touch your crystals. I hate it when people do that stupid ass shit to me. I hate it if I'm wearing a crystal and somebody will come, oh, that's pretty, don't touch my shit. Now I gotta re-cleanse, and maybe the full moon or the new moon is a few weeks away, but I really need to wear this crystal now. Get you some Palo and cleanse your crystals to renew them. You wearing a bracelet or whatever, some people wear crystal bracelets. They put them in their titties. They wear the cage necklace or whatever. Any type of crystal, if you want to renew that crystal, Palo works great for that. And I hate it when people touch mine, but unless you're a kid, the only person that I would mind putting their hands, because kids have a pure energy, but just random people, I would never do that to you. So please, you guys, be mindful that if somebody touches and handles your crystal, just know that you need to recharge that crystal, and you may not can wait till the full moon. Get you a Palo Sage or Palo Santo and renew your crystals. You're dealing with some health issues, get you some Black Sage and Palo Sage and burn them bitches together. Palo Sage is a new product on my website that I have now drastically marked down. Next is Cedar Sage. Okay. If you're if you want to commune with the ancestors, because natives always believe that if you burn cedar, that sends the smoke from the cedar sends your prayers and your communications to the ancestor realm. So one thing I've noticed, that if I'm sitting up talking, if I'm at my altar and I'm talking and I'm burning sage, I see the sage doing weird stuff, like it's moving. It's not just regular, burning. It does swirls and twirls and stuff. If you burn cedar sage, you're going to notice that. Don't be freaked out. Don't be scared. But it helps carry your words, your intents into the ether. So that's definitely a stick you should burn if you're like trying to petition for something, or simply saying thank you to spirit. Now, lavender sage, I definitely recommend you get if you have kids in the house, because it's a calming sage. You got kids that like to be at each other's throat. You like kids that like to torment. Maybe your son is one of them trickster ass little boys who like to torment his sister, and they're always bitching and moaning at each other to the point where you can't even be in the kitchen making spaghetti, and you want to snatch your edges out because you done told his little ass to sit down somewhere, and you told her to stop punching him, and now both of these kids got you want to snatch your edges out. Burn some lavender sage and you'll notice a big difference in the calming effect of kids. Or if you're maybe dealing with some fussing issues between you and your dude, maybe he getting on your damn nerves. You sick of smelling his funky ass feet, and y'all fussing about that little thing. You know how couples go through little spats? Calm that shit down with some lavender sage, baby. Trust and believe. Yeah, definitely. Or if you just had a stressful ass day because that bloated ass bitch at your job got you fucked up, and you come home from work messed the hell up, and you just need to take some time, a few minutes, to just calm the fuck down before you go to work tomorrow and choke her ass out. You know what to do. Lavender sage will calm you down, especially if you're in your self-care moment, because you definitely got to do that. Remember, love yourself enough to do self-care. You got Copal sage. Now, Copal sage got me through a crunchy situation. See, there was this dude, right? And I liked him. And he has some nice shoulders and arms and chest. And you know them lines that go down into the man's pants. And I was just like, oof. And then when I hugged him, he liked to sniff me all in the neck and lick and suck on my neck. Just a basic ass hug. And I kind of, liked him. But then spirit was like, nah, bitch, You need to stay on this path. You can't be over here looking at shoulders and arms. I don't want you messing with him. I didn't really question why, because when spirit tell you to stay the hell away from somebody, you might want to listen, because you will get your ass whooped later. So then I realized, like, after I tried to get over this dude, and it was just a simple ass crush, we never like did anything. He only came over my house once, and it kind of got hot and heavy, but then they were like, no, and I didn't want to piss them off where I do my work. So I'm like, oh, I just can't get. I kept finding myself sneaking through the IG and looking at the things he's doing. And it was just some stagnant ass energy around me. And I needed to cleanse that stagnant ass energy. It wasn't a bad energy. It wasn't a good. It was just an unself-serving, stagnant ass energy. And that's when I had to get the Copal sage, because Copal definitely cleanses the stagnant ass energy. You feel yourself stuck? You know you need to get out that damn job. You know it's self-serving. You know it don't pay you shit. You know your boss is a bitch. And you know that there's better opportunities, because you deserve the best in life. Hell, if you don't know anything else about fucking with me, your self-esteem need to be young. Not young, but young. You know what I'm saying? So if you in a situation, whatever the situation may be, where some shit ain't serving you, and you need to know you need to do better, and you just feel stagnant, get you some Copal sage, baby. That will move you out of that uncomfortable ass, fucking stuck ass space that you're in, that stuck energy, so that you can elevate higher. And we all go through it. And I realized that after I started fucking with the Copal sage and burning Copal on a regular basis, resin, Copal sage and resin together, you know, then I realized that, yeah, I moved on. I was fine. I don't look through his IG no more, but he is fine though. Side note. Now, last but not least is my favorite one. Woo! It's the rose sage. Rose sage is perfect for love and lust. If you, let's say your dude coming over, or if you're like the husband who I was mentioning, who loves his wife's stinking ass draws, he just, you know, you get you some sage, some love sage, and maybe you finna have a night of passion, or you finna do some sex magic, or maybe you just want to love on you because you ain't got no man. All you got is them damn cats running around your house, and maybe you need to reach in the nightstand drawer and get your rose. I don't know. I don't judge. Maybe you're a woman out there who got more than one husband. My homegirl got 3 husbands. I personally do live vicariously through her vagina. I don't know, maybe you're a man out there and you got more than one wife. I promise I don't judge. This poly life is getting more and more popular. That's your business. Hell, if you got more than one husband or more than one wife, you might want to burn 2 or 3 of them bitches. It invites the environment for love and lust. And if you have sex, when you burn some rose sage, that's really gonna like enhance your bedroom activities. Yeah, especially if you rub some attraction oil all over her titties and his back and his chest. Anyway, sex magic can be very, very, very potent if you use it to manifest. And I have taught, you know, some of the people who fucks with me, I've taught y'all how to do this shit. I've spoke about it. But rose sage is like my favorite one. Next thing you know, he grabbing you by the neck, and he whispering all that nasty ass shit in your ear and pulling your hair and asking you whose is it, and next thing you know, oh my gosh, y'all, rose sage. It's perfect for love and lust work. Just thought I'd let y'all know. I'm not talking about you trying to break up happy homes because you want to pull the dude next door. I'm not talking about that dumbass bitch who's trying to break up the marriage that I've spoken of previously. No, bitch. I'm talking about you and your man is doing this shit together like that couple. Speaking of which, that couple, y'all know who y'all are. I will be sending y'all some of this shit for free. I want y'all to have some rose sage. I think y'all deserve it. All right, I'm the African witch bitch. I have said enough. This is a long ass video and I'm sorry, but shit, I just thought I'd teach y'all a thing or two about how to use these tools effectively for, you know, situations. I hope it resonate with y'all, and feel free to hit up my website and shop until your heart's content. I will end the sale in about a week or 2, or while supplies last. It's always that one person that'll come through and clean me out, and then y'all just be blowing me up talking about when you're gonna get more, and I don't know when I'm gonna get more, because it all just depends on how the ports are doing in LA. And if y'all need a job, hell, please go apply at the ports of Los Angeles so that they can hire more people to get all these people's shit coming into the country. All right. I love you guys. I'm the African Witch Bitch. If you are in the market to purchase low-cost hoodoo supplies, hit up my website. It's in the description box below. And if you would like more in-depth teaching, hit up my Patreon. That's also in the description box below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Ashe.